Please welcome back the NATAS Chicago Midwest Chapter Board's President, John Owens.
Good evening. So tonight, the Chicago Midwest Chapter is presenting a special honor to an iconic figure on the world stage. That honor comes from our Board of Governors, which is voted to present the Reverend Jessie Jackson with the special citation, recognizing his lifetime achievements.
I'm Reverend Jessie Jackson. I was born in Greenville, South Carolina, in the throes of legal segregation and apartheid. But against those odds, with the help of God and loving parents and inspiring teachers, I was able to break that cycle and make a contribution.
Reverend Jessie Jackson has been a landmark figure based in Chicago for 7 decades.
Have you been having any success with your campaign to get people to stop buying Pepsi?
Indeed, we have. The national stores have taken it from their counters.
He first came to the city in 1966 to launch the Chicago branch of Operation Breadbasket, a program started by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to improve the economic status of African Americans. And since that time, Reverend Jackson has become an international icon, known as a political activist, minister, politician, and media personality. His career as a public figure is marked with many accomplishments.
Just what is Operation Push?
Well, Operation Push is a civil economics organization.
Here in Chicago, he founded the Rainbow Push organization in 1971 and led a massive voter registration drive in the early 1980s, which was a key factor in the election of Chicago's first black mayor, Harold Washington.
America's future, the Reverend Jessie Louis Jackson.
His campaigns for the Democratic presidential nomination in 1984 and 1988 were historic. He finished third among candidates in 84 and second in 88, the most successful presidential campaign up to that point for a person of color. And he also became known as an international ambassador, negotiating the release of U.S. soldiers and civilians around the world. Reverend Jackson's career as a media personality is almost as significant. He's been a constant presence on TV and radio in Chicago, nationally and internationally, for over 55 years. He hosted a celebrated news talk show on CNN, Both Sides with Jessie Jackson, for almost a decade. His Saturday morning forums at Operation Push have been broadcast on a variety of platforms, including radio, broadcast TV, and online for over 50 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Reverend Jessie Jackson.
He even hosted an episode of Saturday Night Live in 1984, the first year he ran for president.
Let's get on with the show.
Jessie Jackson's legacy is indisputable, and so the NATAS Chicago Midwest Chapter is proud to present Reverend Jessie Jackson with our Board of Governors Citation Award.
Congratulations. Reverend Jackson, if you'd like to say a few words, and then we have a surprise for you.
Let me thank you very much for this award. I'm really overwhelmed by it. I've asked what was it about, and I didn't really know about it. I'm sitting here tonight because I've contracted Parkinson's, and that was so devastating, as was COVID, and so it hit my vertebrae and the like. So I'm walking again and talking again. We could not talk for a word really for five weeks. No walk except now we're doing both again because of such good work at the hospital, Northwestern Hospital, and those who work diligently at in all aspects of life. I want to thank God for allowing me to be a long-distance runner in the struggle to make America better and never bitter. I want to thank God for, I went to jail July 18, 1960, trying to use a public library in Greenville, South Carolina. Then Greensboro in 1963, trying to open up public facilities there. Then I met my wife at A&T. This December 31st, we were married 60 years. Anybody want to tell you how to do it? 60 years, one wife, what a life. Let me say this to you also, that in the struggle, we seek to define it every day in some different way. Human rights is for all of us. Human rights is a struggle that's not isolated to one ethnic group anymore, but a moral obligation to fight to make America better. One of my concerns today is that there's too much violence in the country. Our military is prepared to stop the external violence, but violence within seeks our destruction. And I think about the president attempting to overthrow a government and still buying time, whether he will go to jail or not. If he does not go to jail, just turn all of them into museums. You just can't do that and get away with it seems to me. That's the principal position that we have and we share. Also, the violence in the country is too great. We're killing each other in ways that is out. This is the Ukraine numbers. The violence has come from the top down. When you have senators running and governors running for office with guns in Iraq as a sign of they'll be a good leader, something very sick about that. You have the government attempt to overthrow by the President of the United States at that time, if you will, Mr. Trump. So I say this to you, my friends, tonight, that we have an obligation to do something beautiful now. This is our moment in history. What shall our legacy be to the people who come after us? I urge you, stand for justice and let's stand together. Beautiful part is that as different as it has been, we've never been this good before. To make America good again, this is the best America's ever been. More black, white, brown participation than ever before, more women than ever before. So we're really growing. And you contrast throughout the night with where we've come from, a much better nation. I want to thank God for my children who are here tonight, Jackie Jackson, the II, who is a PhD at Michigan State, and Jonathan, the congressman. Santita is somewhere here tonight. You can see her in just a moment. But do let me say to you, in the end, it's about do we have the faith and the courage to face these times. This courage to face these times. You may have the facts, but you must have the courage to make it happen. I want to thank God for enabling me to be a long-distance runner, and I look forward to talking with you in the days to come, particularly on Tuesday morning after Reverend Warnock puts Mr. in his place. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Reverend Jackson. We have a surprise for you. Your daughter, Santita Jackson, is on stage. She's going to sing a tribute to you, accompanied by Darius Brooks, Grammy Award-winning pianist.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I've lived as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the great text happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, well, that's the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you always dream, yeah, if it leaves